Hello, welcome to the Rich and Simple Living. My name's Maria. If you're new here, then I vlog mainly about homeschooling, urban homesteading and home life, which is normally cooking. 9 times out of 10 cooking in the air fryer, that is, which is what we're going to be doing today. Today I thought we'd try a macaroni cheese. I quite like a macaroni cheese with a bit of salad or just as it comes. So I thought, oh, we'll have a go at that, see if that works in the air fryer or not. So I've not made it in the air fryer before, only the oven. So it is like a first time. What I will do, I'll pop the recipe, couldn't think of the word then, the recipe down below. And so you can do it yourself. And I'll put also the cooking times and numbers for gas, electric ovens, whatever ovens you have, so you can do it in the oven as well as in the air fryer, if that makes sense. My words are all anyhow today. I think because I'm concentrating, I can hear noises outside and I can hear the dog trying to get in, so it's going to be one of them days, I think. So yeah, we'll do macaroni cheese. Can you hear her? Shall we go and let her in? She's quite nosy. My husband goes outside to do some work and she wants to follow and see what he's doing, and then 5 minutes later, when she knows it's nothing for her, she wants to come back in. So come on, where is she? Gone through the gate. Oh, I can't see her. She's gone through the gate. Oh, she's the best. So right, we'll get on with doing this macaroni cheese if we don't get any more interruptions. So what I'm going to do, I've already cooked the macaroni to save the 10 minutes. So I cook that 10 minutes because it's dried pasta. If it's fresh pasta, then around about 3 minutes. But I've already done it because it was dried. And that's 8 ounces of pasta that I've cooked. So that's in the colander waiting. So we're going to do the sauce now for it. I'll swing you around and I'll talk to you, but you can see what I'm doing. So let's just bring you around a bit and bring you down. See if you can see. It's very awkward in my kitchen. Right, it don't matter if you can't see me, as long as you can see roughly what I'm doing. So, like I say, I've done the macaroni. That's waiting on the side. I think I'm using a 2-pint Pyrex dish. I've got to be careful because of what dishes fit into my air fryer. And I've used that one before, so I know that one fits fine. So what we're going to do then is make the sauce. So we're going to put some butter into the saucepan. So the butter is 2.5 ounces of butter. So I've measured everything up beforehand, ready. So we're not messing around too much. So we're going to put the butter in there. And then we'll need to switch it on, obviously. Turn it down low so we don't burn it. So we can melt it a little bit. There we go. Put it down to about number 3. If I'm a wooden spoon, I can just swizz it round a bit to melt it then. So it shouldn't take too long. That shouldn't. See if I can bring you up and put you down a bit more. See if we can get in a position where you can see into the pan. How does that look? Probably the best I can do it, really, because with not having the space where I can position you properly, it's awkward. So right, we'll just melt the butter. Take it and break it up a little bit. Well, say butter, I've used margarine. So margarine's normally a bit softer than butter, so it should melt a bit quicker. I don't want to put it on too high because it'll end up burning, but this is just right. It's just about all melted now, so there we go, it's just about gone. So then we're going to add some flour to it. Now the amount of flour that you need to put to it is 6 level tablespoons. So I've just took the bag out. 1, I'll try and be quick here. 2, I think we'll turn it down a bit. 2, 3, 4, jumped off, 4, 5, 6. So we'll mix that in. and try and get it into like a paste. There we go. That doesn't take long to do. So that was a plain flour, by the way, I didn't say, did I? It was plain flour I put into it. So that's mixing nicely. Trying to see if you can see the best I can. Keep mixing that so it doesn't burn to the pan. Right, so then we're going to remove it from the heat and we are going to put the milk into it. We're going to stir in the milk. Now the milk was 1.5 pints. So it's 2.5 ounces of margarine, and we're going to 6 level tablespoons, of the plain flour, and now we're going to put 1.5 pints of milk in. Stir it as we do it. This is the worst part I hate doing. You probably can't really see what I'm doing at the minute because I've had to take it off the heat. Just bring you up a little bit. There we go. Not that you can see into the pan, but this is the bit where it always ends up going lumpy, if it's going to go lumpy. I'll put that back on there, and we'll bring it back to the boil. I'll turn it up. Oh, there we go. You can see quite well now. I'll put the milk in. You can see into the pan better. And just keep stirring it, really, so it doesn't get no lumps in it. And hopefully it should thicken. See what it does. Might take a while to do this. Now once the sauce has thickened, you can add some seasoning to it, a bit of salt and pepper. Some people like to put a bit of mustard in it. I don't put any of those things in. I don't really feel the need to add all the different flavourings. So I'll just keep stirring that. We'll come back to it in a minute when it's thicker. Right then, it's thickened as much as I think I'm going to get it to thicken. We took it to the boil and cooled it down again, so it's thick enough. So what we're going to do now, we're going to just take it off the heat and we're going to add some cheese to it. At this point, if, like I said before, if you want to add some seasonings to it, you can. So we'll just turn off the heat. Get off the heat. Right, turn the heat off. So we're going to add some cheese to it and the macaroni. So first of all, we'll add the cheese. Now it's 8 ounces of mature cheese, a good strong cheese, so you've got the flavour in. It says put about 6 in here and then save a couple for the topping. So I think if we save about that much for the topping and mix the rest in. Just give that a stir first so it melts in before we add the macaroni. Spread around nicely. Should give it a nice cheesy flavour. If I haven't got a strong cheese, I'll put a normal cheddar in, but it's better with like a mature, stronger cheese because, like I say, you get the flavour out of it better. Right then, we're going to add the 8 ounces of macaroni in. I don't know whether you can see so well there. I've got to be careful. Whoop. Got to be careful, I said. Famous last words, and it goes everywhere. Right. It's stuck a little bit. That's the only thing when you're doing pasta. A secret to not making it stick is to put a drop of oil into the water when it's boiling. But trouble is, when you've left it cool down a bit, it will stick a little anyway. But that doesn't matter because it's gone in here. I find it strange. This recipe I've used says 1.5 pints of milk, but I could have sworn in the past I've used 1. But it's okay. Right then, we're going to add it into the bowl now. So we'll just pop it into the dish. There we are. So we're going to pour it into the dish. Make sure it's all mixed nicely. I do like macaroni cheese. Right then. I'll try and do it around the edge so it doesn't splash too much. Actually, it might be just the right amount for this pan. Seems to be a lot of sauce to me. It goes right to the top. Oh dear. This is going to be interesting. Although I don't like a dry macaroni cheese that sets, you know, and it's not solid, but you know, it's set when you cut into it. I like a bit of runniness. But I still think maybe 1 pint would have been better than that. I'm not sure why the recipe says to put 2 in it. Sorry, 1.5. Right then, so what we're going to do is sprinkle the cheese on top, the remaining cheese, which should be about 2 ounces, but, you know, I just hazard a guess. A bit nervous about going too close to the edge, because this looks quite full to me. I mean, if this doesn't work out very well, maybe the solution is 1 pint. But I have made this before, so I would have used 2 pints in the past, but I don't know. Just seems a bit much. Anyway, we'll get the air fryer out. Pop that over there out the way so we can get the air fryer out. And then we'll see what we need to cook it on and we'll see what happens. Okay, let's try it in the air fryer. We've got it all set up here. Let's bring it down a bit so you can see that. So this is the juggling bit, and I always have hassle with this bit. I get some wonderful suggestions from all of you about how to go about it. But I think it's just me. It always seems to go wrong with me. So I'll put it in there. Hopefully it doesn't get too runny, and we'll put it in. Actually, it's not too bad. It's sitting quite nicely. Right. So we're going to put it onto air fry for 160 degrees centigrade and cook it for 16 minutes. So let's have a look. Put the air fry. We want 160. Oh, gone past it. And then for 16 minutes. I mean, really, it should be just a case of browning the, switch on, just a case of browning the top off, because obviously it's all cooked anyway. So we'll see what happens with that, and we'll come back to it in a moment when it bings. Okay, so the beepers sounded. Let's have a look what's happening. Now I'm going to tell you, while I was cooking it, I could smell burning. And I'm a bit concerned whether the mixture has bubbled over. You know, like how milk does when you put it into a microwave, or you do it on the stove. If you leave it too hot, sometimes it takes you by surprise and bubbles over. And because that was so full to the top, I'm a bit concerned about what it's done. So I'm going to bring you down anyway, so you can see. Let's bring you right down, and let's have a look. I'm a bit worried if it's bubbled over, I'm going to have a mess to clean up. Right, let me just get another tea towel so I can hold the back of it. Oh no, doesn't seem to have bubbled over. So I don't know what the smell was. There we go, look. Let me just see if I can lift it out. Put that there. It's actually set quite well. For saying I was a bit concerned that it was runny. See if I can lift it out. Obviously, as things cool, they set more as well, don't they? And I can show you that properly now, and you can probably see it. But no, there's nothing inside of there. It's not run anywhere. You peer up, everywhere looks okay. So I don't know what the burning smell was. But even my husband, he popped in from the garden to make himself a coffee, and he could smell the burning as well. And I said, oh, I don't know if the macaroni cheese has bubbled over, and that's what we could smell, you know, it burning along the edges. But it doesn't seem to have done. Anyway, I'm going to lift it up so for you to see better. You can see it looks all right through it. I can shake it and it's not wobbling, so it's set. And obviously as things cool down, they do set better anyway. So that looks okay. I'm going to leave it a little while before I do a taste test, although to you it will be instantaneous, but for me it'll be a good half hour because that's going to be red hot. And once it's cooled down, I'll be able to see what it's set like and have a taste of it and see what it tastes like. But if looks are to go by, it looks pretty good. So we'll come back in a little while, but like I say, for you it'll be instantaneous. Well, it's cooled down now. I can pick it up nice and cool, so it should be all right to taste test now. I'll just swing it down so you can see. There we go. Bring it a little bit closer. So we'll just take a little bit out of it. See what it's like. Oh yes, now that's set lovely. Don't want to take too much out of it. Make sure I've got a bit of pasta. There we go. Put that over that. So as you can see, it's set nice. Got plenty of pasta, nice cheesy topping, and it's browned a nice colour. So shall we try it and see? We'll try the bit of pastry bit first. That tastes nice. Tastes really nice. Cheesy. Pasta's cooked lovely. Really nice. Take a little bit of the topping. That's really cheesy. Really nice. Having the extra mature cheddar or the strong cheddar, mature cheddar, it's much better with a bit more flavour than just normal cheddar. But yes, that has cooked lovely. That's really nice. And for saying I was going on about the pint and a half of milk, thinking, oh, would that be too much? It's actually okay. It's set fine. Everything has just set lovely. Looks really nice. So yeah, I would definitely do another one of those in the air fryer. And like I say, down below in the description box, I'll pop the recipe, and also I'll do it for oven cook as well. So if you haven't got an air fryer and you want to do it in the oven, you'll be able to do it. So that's that for this week. Next week now, Tuesday, I'll be back with another homeschooling vlog. And then Friday, next Friday, should be back again with another. We'll try another air fryer recipe and see what we can come up with then. I keep saying I'm going to do some filming in between, a bit of life-like filming, you know, home life, other things that go on, because I haven't done the urban homesteading bit for a while. And because the homesteading side of it actually comes in with cooking, because I grow what I want to eat and we make things with what we grow. Although seedlings are only little at the minute. It's at that precarious stage where will they, won't they live? Will they grow, won't they grow? So yeah, but at the end of every month, I take part in a garden collaboration. And it's a homeschool one. It's hosted by Victoria from Home Educating the Mad Lads. It's mostly homeschool mums. But obviously anyone can watch it. Anybody who's interested in growing, homesteading on a little urban estate, then it's good to watch. So yeah, the end of every month, normally the last week of every month, I'll put an extra video out where we go and have a tour around the garden, see what's growing, show you what's happening out there and talk about it. So if you're interested in the garden side of it and, you know, what we're going to grow to eat and, you know, what we can use to make things with, then definitely join me then. But that will be the end of every month. I'll let you know nearer the time when we're going to be doing that. So that's that for now. Like I say, I'll be back on Tuesday with another homeschooling video, and then next Friday with another air fryer recipe, all being well. So until then, have a good weekend, everybody, and take care of yourselves. Bye.